Welcome to Build a Better Beta. This is a brief walkthrough of the course itself and the Facebook group, and I just want to kind of orient you on your journey through the course. To begin, you should have a link in an email that directs you to our course, which lives at MemberVault. You can find the URL as coursesforthepeople.vipmembervault.com. You'll log in with your email address. By default, the password is also your email address. Go ahead and log in, and you'll be greeted with, depending on how you purchased, a few products, and then we'll be building out our own MemberVault dashboard, which will have more additional available products later on. But for now, what you want to access is Build a Better Beta itself. You can click View Product right here, and then that'll bring up the lessons and modules and the welcome video, which appears here. And you can find the modules on the right side and in a more compact form on the left side in this bar. So the left side is essentially your navigation through the course, clicking on each module as you go. Go ahead and watch the welcome video from Lindsay, and be sure you're in the Facebook group. I'll be introducing you to the Facebook group in a second. But each little block of text gives you the directions for what to do next. And you can see your own statistics for this product. And we have a little bit competition, which is built into MemberVault, which is this leaderboard. So as you complete modules and lessons, your score increases, and you can see how you compare to other BBB students, which is kind of fun. I recommend to start from the first module, Module 0. Go ahead and click View Module on the right side. And on the right, again, will be a list of the lessons within that module. You'll always be a little bit of text, and what we've recently added are the total times for the total amount of videos in each module. So if you want to pace yourself and say, oh, I have 14 minutes, I could watch the videos in this module. Those are listed at the beginning once you click through onto the module itself. So start, of course, with the course overview, which is another great video by Lindsay. And inside that video, she talks about some calendars, which are linked to here. I'll talk about the calendars in a little bit, but just wanted to show you that down below every video is a block of text that has a few resources. There might be multiple blocks of text depending on the lessons, but this will link to things like worksheets and audio versions of the video or transcripts if that is relevant to this lesson. So go ahead and watch the first one. Please complete the onboarding survey, which is lesson 2 in the course. And if the type form doesn't load with the embedding, you can click a direct link just below it there. I'll let that load so you can start and answer a few questions as you begin the course. On to 3, which is the resource barn. This is probably one of the more clicked on lessons in the course because it houses everything in the course, every file. I'm just going to scroll through the long list. Every lesson that has a worksheet, audio, or transcript, instead of hunting around the modules and lessons on the left side here, you can find all of them in this one place. Again, that's the resource barn, which lives in module 0. So at the top are a few things that aren't in any lessons, things like an example terms of purchase or example privacy policy. These have been requested in the Facebook group. People wanted examples, so I dropped them here. And again, this is the total course watch time, 5.5 hours worth of video. This doesn't include the worksheets. This is just video watch time. Worksheets, it depends on where you are in your journey and how quickly you can work through them. So again, here are the calendars. And each lesson has a worksheet, but in addition to those is one master worksheet. So this lives in Google Docs. All the worksheets live in Google Docs. And I have a little note here is that when you are signed into Google and you click one of these worksheets, they're not editable until you press the little plus icon. Right next to the name of the worksheet, there'll be a little Google Drive kind of triangle with a plus sign in it. Click on that. That adds a copy to your Google Drive. It's editable by you. It's private to you. That's for every worksheet. Now, for this, we added a master worksheet, which is every single lesson, just one after the other. So a long, like 20 or 30 page, 40 page document that has all the worksheets for the entire course. Feel free to download that here. As we make updates and we add things to the course, we'll be changing the version number, which will probably be happening soon. But go ahead and grab the master document if you'd like to have them all in one place, instead of these individual worksheets separately for each lesson. So again, this is the resource barn, which has everything that you'll need. It has links to small training videos, like you're watching here, like this Loom video. The videos themselves do live in the lesson, so if you do want to watch Lindsay's video, you'll have to go into the lesson itself. What's this right here? Course roadmap. So course roadmap is something Lindsay and I developed to help students work through the course. Something I didn't do at the beginning that I probably should. You don't know who I am because you haven't been in the group yet. I'm Derek Padilla. I'm Lindsay's husband. Lindsay and I worked on this course together. Obviously, Lindsay's the face of it. I should have introduced myself at the start of this video. But Lindsay and I did work on the course together. The framework is all hers. It's her face on camera. But I do help her, and I help students with a lot of tech stuff. So anyway, back to the roadmap. This is an image that is right here. Lindsay has a lesson explaining this, but I just want to walk through this once with you as you're starting the course so you can see where you are headed all the way to the right here. So start at the start, bottom left side. Watch the first module, which is all about your mindset when working through the beta course. We want everyone to do this. And then we want you to answer a question. Have you sold one-on-one services and people recommend you for them? So that doesn't mean you're sold out. That doesn't mean you are the best of everyone in the entire world. We just want to know, do you have a business? Like, do you have something in place where you are making money and you have some sort of a framework that has worked for people? And so I think do people recommend you for them? Like, are you known for that? You don't have to be like, flooded with people requesting your services, but just generally, do you have a business and a simple framework in place that people have used besides yourself that have had success? That's the first question we want to ask. The reason is because we think that's a good benchmark for people to say, yes, I have a business and I need to reach more people than I can with my one-on-one services, so I want to put a course out there. So by answering yes, we would say, okay, go ahead and continue on to module 2, the blueprint for your course, where you start building your course based on those services. A lot of people come to this course, which is totally fine, and they answer no to that question because they just have an idea. They think they have something inside themselves and they're ready to teach it, but they haven't actually battle tested it yet, and they don't know that the audience around them, the people around them, are ready for that as a course from those people. So with that, we ask you, if you say no, to go into a bonus module. It's called 0 to 100 to 1,000. How to market like a teacher. So it's all about the numbers in your list. A lot of people come in with no list, which is totally fine. This module, this bonus module, is helping you interact on social media, build a following, talk to your audience, see who's around you, and see what they want. That's the most important part, because once you find out what they want, then you can start working on a product that's going to meet those needs. So finish the bonus module. This might take a month. This might take 2 weeks. It could take 2 months. It depends on who's around you and how much time you want to really dive into your audience or start building your audience from absolutely scratch, which is, again, totally fine. Lots of BBB students in the Facebook group, which we'll talk about in a second, are at that stage, and you can ask questions about how to do that. Okay, once you go through the bonus module, then we think you're ready. You have an audience, you know what they want, you're ready to start building a course to meet their needs. Go through module 2, the blueprint, develop your course, enroll your students. So this module is all about how to collect payments, how to put out an offer, how to email people, what to email them, what to post on social media. Once you have your course ready and built from the blueprint side, the framework is in place. You have a rough outline and a schedule for your course. Doesn't mean you have the course done. Nothing's recorded at this point. No worksheets are created. You are just outlining what's going to be in the course, and you're ready to offer it to people and sell spots to your course. This is the enroll module. Watch Lindsay's videos there, the trainings on how to collect payments depending on what you're hoping to do. And then you go ahead and launch. So watch the enroll and then do the action of actual launching. I want to say this one thing. We might have to revisit this framework in a later time and revise it a little bit, because we're finding a question we commonly get asked is, what happens after you launch, and then all of a sudden it's time to teach. What do you do? Because you haven't watched the Teach the Content module yet. A lot of people enroll students, launch, and then they're like, wait, now what? And it's go time with your students because they just purchased something from you. What I would recommend is poke around the Teach the Content module. Don't dig in, don't really dedicate time to it. Just watch it just to see where you're headed so you can feel comfortable. Specifically, there's a lesson called Your First Day. At least watch that lesson in this module, Teach the Content. As you're ready to start teaching, just getting past that first day is going to be huge. So once you get over the first day, then you're in the clear. Then you have a week probably of space to build out the rest of your teachings for the rest of the course. So I just wanted to say that maybe from launch, jump into Teach the Content, watch the one Your First Day lesson, and then really you got to ask yourself this question after you launch, right? Did you get enough students? So what's enough? That depends. Some people it's 1 student, some people it's 2 students, 3 students, that's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you think the exchange of your time is going to be worth for the money that you're getting paid to do this beta course. Remember, we're getting paid for this. We're not doing this for free. And we'll talk about how you're going to claim that, the rule. You're going to agree to not do this for free in the Facebook group publicly. We'll talk about that soon. But did you get enough students? Again, depends. Whatever you think is enough for you. If no, some people get no, that's fine. Remember, that's a data point. It's not a failure. We ask you to go back into the Market Like a Teacher bonus module, learn about your audience, and you actually have good data now because people have been around you. They've heard what you have to say, but they're not interested. So why? You have a very clear question now to ask those people now, why didn't they purchase? So go back through this Market Like a Teacher bonus module, and then go back to the blueprint, rebuild your course based on what you learned from that bonus module after your launch didn't go exactly how you had hoped. And then you'll cycle through again. Hopefully the next time you can say, did you get enough students? Yes. Then you continue on to teach the content, teach your course, analyze the experience, which is going to be a whole new experience for most people. Excuse me. That never thought about this part of the teaching process of what to do with what you learned while teaching as the teacher. Analyze your course, analyze your experience, talk to your students, look at surveys that you gave out to your students, and then do the action. So learn here, then do it. And then you rebuild your course after the beta. You're done with the beta phase. You're moving on to something that's potentially more long-lasting, maybe even evergreen, and then record and relaunch from there. So that's the roadmap for the course. This is how we view students working through the content. Really, it's all hinged on this bonus Market Like a Teacher. It's when you dip in and out of this module. And honestly, people have said that they've answered yes to this first question, moved on to Blueprint, Enroll, launched, answered yes to the second question, but they still went into Market Like a Teacher and learned some stuff that could help them in social media. So even if you feel really confident and comfortable going through this course without touching the bonus because you feel like you don't need to, maybe just take a look. Watch the videos on 2x speed. All the videos you can play faster if you don't want to watch them at normal speed. So I'm going to go back to the course and just highlight a few things in Member Vault, which is, again, where the course lives. When you scroll through, here are the modules that we were just talking about on the roadmap on the left side. In the bonus area, we have a 7-day sprint launch checklist. This is what we think if you are coming in really ready, you have a course already set up, maybe you've been planning it for a long time, and you just needed some permission from Lindsay to say, you're ready to teach. You don't need to pre-record. You don't need to create worksheets. You don't need to pick a platform. Just do it in Facebook, on a Facebook group, on Zoom, with Google Docs. This is the checklist for you. So just go through that bonus and just tick, 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 tick. You should be able to launch in 7 days and start teaching after that first week. Excuse me. Underneath that, let me actually go into Masterclass Mania. This is a group of trainings from people who have a specialization that Lindsay does not. So we have Joanna, Amanda, Seema, Echo, Emily, and Jason. about once a month. It's not a strict schedule, but roughly once a month, we bring in experts to teach something to BBB students on a topic that Lindsay maybe doesn't know a whole lot about or isn't feeling like she's an expert enough. So something like Facebook ads to grow your audience. Emily came in and shared about a 1 hour training, her framework, 5-step framework for how to do Facebook ads, and then answered a bunch of questions. So every month we'll have somebody come in and you can join them on their training. They'll usually talk to you like you're a student, and then there'll be a long Q&A afterwards, and the Q&As are fantastic resources. So do have a look through these. Not everyone is going to be at a place where they'll be helpful. For example, creating slides. We don't want you making slides in your beta. This is more for after the beta, but Echo's talk was amazing and just might be worth a watch just to kind of wrap your head around graphics in visual presentations in general. I think it was a fantastic talk, and we've actually used it ourselves. You're not going to see slides in Lindsay's talks, in Lindsay's lesson videos, by the way. I think there's a few graphics that we created, but they're not like, it's not a slideshow, next, next, next. It's mostly Lindsay's face explaining a concept and then worksheets below. Let me go into a lesson real fast just to show you what they look like. I'm going to click on a random module, enroll your students, and let's talk about pricing your beta. This is a common question we get. Lindsay answers that question here. How do you price your beta? What's a good price? Underneath each video, which is the main lesson part, there'll be a little summary of what you're going to learn in this lesson. And then we have an audio version of the lesson and a transcript. So if you'd rather read or you'd rather listen to it instead of watch, feel free to grab these files here. And then we have the link to the worksheet, which is always going to be a Google Doc. So these are all Google documents that open up. And again, you can click the plus sign to add a version that you can edit into your Google Drive. So that's the layout, is going into a lesson, watch the video, download the files you want, and click the worksheet and start working. Once you're finished with this lesson, you go on to the next one. Just click the whatever one you're on is highlighted yellow, skip the next one to blue. When you reach the end, we ask you to fill out a survey about the module you just watched. And then you can click next module to move on, or you can go back to the left side and navigate there. So that's just poking around the course, how to see, how to find things, how to access things. Okay, back to this bonus, how to market like a teacher. This is what I was talking about. This one, it's about an hour worth of video. We have 9 lessons and then the module survey. It's pretty meaty. Again, it's really meant for people just building an audience and interacting in social media in a way that maybe they haven't before. So it's got a lot of content in here. And we just have some new worksheets created for this. They're absolutely fantastic. Do go through the videos and absolutely work through the worksheets in this bonus module, all about building your list. And then at the end here, we have this tech training vault. So this is a collection of videos mostly recorded by me. And we've pulled stuff out of the course. Some of these are actually in the course itself in other parts, like as you need them. For example, your first day, or I don't know if it's your first day, but definitely in the Teach the Content module, we show you how to use Zoom. So there's a lesson on using Zoom. I've pulled it out and I put all those types of trainings in this bonus tech vault. So this is a collection of a whole bunch of stuff. And then we're going to start adding things like people that are done with the beta version. They want to move on to a course platform like Thinkific or Member Vault, which is what you see here. We'll have trainings soon on how to use those platforms. Active Campaign for emails, ClickFunnels, again, a little bit more advanced, building out landing pages and opt-in pages, things like that. Deadline funnel, something we use. I think it's really valuable and it is complicated, and I can make a quick training showing you how to get started with some of this stuff. So anyway, these 1 through 6 are currently in the course. 7 through 11 are still to come. But this training vault is going to be jam-packed with good stuff, helping you deal with the tech. Minimal tech at first, but still people struggle with Zoom. They don't know all the ins and outs. We're actually dealing with questions in the Facebook group now. People are hitting snags that I didn't even know existed, and they have to go and talk to Zoom, the company, to troubleshoot. So anyway, there is tech involved, but we keep it very, very minimal. All right, and depending, again, how you purchase, you may have access to the other bonuses, which are different bonuses available for certain people, and you can go through and click those if you would like, and they live, again, on the left side. Let's go into the Facebook group because, as Lindsay says, the course in the platform and the videos and the worksheets, that's really like our textbook, and the classroom itself lives in Facebook, in our private Facebook group. Hopefully you've joined already. As you enter the group, just the general discussion feed. But what I want to point out is right here, this units, super important. Click on units. We've organized the group to help you get started, find your way around, introduce yourself to the rules and the people. The first unit is start your field trip here, and it'll keep track of your progress as you complete the units. So first thing, go in the group, click units, click start your field trip. Boom, you get a list of posts. Introductions, so we want you to introduce yourself, and you can read other people's introductions. You've got 550 comments, not 550 people, but just people commenting other people's posts and so on. Then you can scroll down, you can check done after you do it, and then you can scroll down to the next one, your permission slips. This is what I was talking about. You are going to let go of all tech worries. We want you to charge from your beta, so we're giving you permission to charge. Giving you permission to stop researching, you know enough, you're ready to go. Giving you permission to pick your topic and go with it. I'm reading the list backwards. But yeah, so go ahead and sign the permission slip as it says here, and then click done, move on to the classroom tour. This is again just a quick video by Lindsay showing the way around the Facebook group. And then after that are some rules. Tagging is a big one. Feel free to tag me, Derek, for any tech issues. I don't know why it says Padilla twice. But anyway, tag me if you have trouble with something with your tech. Tag Panaz, who's a fantastic curriculum expert, someone who's been in our team for about 2 years now. Panaz is the one that's going to help you with your blueprint. It's going to help you with your outcomes, your storybook endings for your course. So Panaz is the great one to have a look if you want some eyes looking over your stuff. And then Jackie is our excellent community manager. If you're lost, tag Jackie. If you don't know where to find something, tag Jackie. She's the one that's kind of like managing the Facebook group, pointing people where they need to go. Please don't tag Lindsay. She gets lots and lots and lots of tags and it just gets lost. If you need help, Jackie's going to capture it and she'll find the question and say, Lindsay, hey, you should go talk to this person. They need your help. But don't tag her directly. Her notifications get out of control. Probably about 48 hours, usually faster. We're always in Facebook, but hopefully 48 hours or less, we will get your answer. So anyway, read through the rules. And there's little calls to action each time, and then click done. And then these are introductions to Jackie, myself, and Panaz in the next Meet Your TAs bit. And you can click done when you've read those. Last part, launch dates. We want you to actually set a date for your launch. This ends up in a launch calendar for the group, which you can add to your own Google Calendar. See everybody who's launching. You can see each week Jackie will make a post saying, here's who's launching. Let's go cheer them on. It's okay. It's a tentative date. You're not signing a contract that you're absolutely launching on this date. People change them. But we would like you to at least pick a date, have a goal, work towards that, and really try to hit that launch date. You could put it a week out. You could put it 2 months out, whatever you want. Let's get a date on the calendar. And then every week we put out a newsletter saying who's launching. We also make a post in the group, like I said. And so this is just a way to communally support each other and really set something in stone that you can strive towards with a date on your calendar in place. I think it helps. And then we'll eventually start sending out prizes. We want you to go through this field trip. Once you do everything, there's one last step. And then once you do that, we will collect everyone who's done the field trip prize. And you are a star student, and we will send you something at some point. We haven't worked out the details yet, but we'll be sending stuff in the mail as a nice thank you for completing the field trip. So yeah, that's the Facebook group. Again, this is our classroom. The course itself in Member Vault is the textbook, so to speak. But yeah, have a poke around, and welcome to the course. Really excited you're here, and I will see you on the inside.